Alright, welcome to another Outlawed Anger. Today we're going to review and find out why the hate on Dungeons & Dragons Dark Alliance. It just came out 2 weeks ago now, I think? 2 weeks? It is on Game Pass. If you like it, buy it. If you don't like it, you played it for free. It's like a demo. I'm Berta.
Sarkis.
Unholy.
Slumber.
So we have two who have played it, myself and Unholy, and we put about 10 hours, give or take, into it already. And then we have two that have not. Sarkis and Slumbering have watched a trailer, and that is about it. So we're going to get some initial reactions, and then just kind of discuss as we go.
Well, I saw the trailer. I was excited about the trailer, and I chose the Barbarian to play, so I'm excited to get going.
I saw the trailer too, and I chose the Bald Ewok to play.
You mean the dwarf?
Oh,
I like Bald Ewok better.
Bald Ewok. I also chose the dwarf, and he's a badass. Kind of a mix between a DPS and like a healer. The thing I have liked about the game is how closely, and I've never played D&D. In fact, I think only one of us has actually played D&D.
Nerd.
And that would be Sarkis.
Shut
So, out of all of us, he'd be able to compare it the best to the real, but I do feel like it's played more how that would be. It's at a slower pace, things like that.
Jealousy's better.
Because this took actually a minute to figure out.
Press and hold select.
So the thing I do like about the game is it starts you in offline mode every time, so you can't play by yourself and you're never disturbed. To make it go online, you literally have to force it to go online.
Actually, pretty sweet.
And then it fully takes it and connects it to the service. So you're not on at all, you're not interacting with a single person until you choose to be, which I think is genius.
Yeah.
For when you want to play this and you're not connected to the internet, it means you still have every ability to without having to mix your worlds. So as you can see, it does still have some, it is slow, it is a little, I wouldn't say it's buggy, there are bugs to it by all means.
Maybe that's because it's two different systems.
Well, that's the biggest thing. So at the end of we'll run a dungeon like you're about to go through, he'll already be loaded in and running before I even drop into it. And so then I catch him, and then at the end of it, he'll already be going and gathering his loot before I even load into that little main area that you're in the campfire setup.
Yeah.
So the thing I do like about it, like I said, is it does to me feel like it plays a little slower. You're not just an infinite god of a video game. Because of the stamina system, it's not challenging like Dark Souls is, where it's just ruthlessly hard and you just need to master when to swing and when to roll. This one feels a little bit more like you got to plan out how your enemy's going to attack. You got to take your time with it. It's not just run in and go, or it's not like Destiny either, where it's just bullet sponge the whole thing until it wins.
If I play a level and then I'm like, I want to see how the other characters play. I don't have to replay that level. I can do whatever level I've done or the next one.
Huh.
It keeps the story where it was.
The thing I'm kind of digging is that if you want the loot, you just have to actually go grind it out. Same thing goes if you want to get better level, you go and repeat the levels you've already beaten at just a higher
Not
tier.
DLC yet? Or play?
Not yet. Hopefully they don't make it that way. And then it'll ask you which of the three you want to do. Hit A, and then this is what I was talking about, so you can...
Difficulty level.
Mm-hmm. So if you want that gold material experience loot, you get what you play at by how difficult it's going to be on you.
But mind you, when they say it's 1,000
when
and you're at 1,200, that 200 extra you have does not mean shit.
Yeah, we played one that we were 100 above it.
All right, well.
And it was a night and day difference of the game. We died like we had never touched the game ever. It was brutal.
Well, Slumbering, what are we doing? Adventurer or hero?
Adventurer.
Alright, I'm a one adventurer.
I am no hero.
on this, so you have your main objective, and you also have generally 2 optional ones. One is either destroy supplies, collect this, collect that.
Reeve dwarven mugs.
And there's generally a bounty for somebody. The one nice thing is you guys will also pick up loot for each other. So if he picks up coins, you both get coins. But you won't pick up items for each other. So if you open up a chest and a piece of armor drops out, you have to go to that chest to get it.
So if you guys turn around, you'll see the campfire. And this is something like what makes it cool is like a party you guys get to choose.
Please.
Booty loaded, blah blah.
Booty increase!
Get that booty!
Booty increase.
You're a dwarf, not a pirate, right?
Pirate dwarf, it's the same thing.
No, it's not.
So very much regular game graphic or concepts. Red means blowy up barrels.
Red means
Boom!
death.
No, red means excitement. Come on, guys. You don't know.
Oh, we game very differently.
Yeah, you coward.
Blocking is okay in this game. I will say it's probably something that I do feel is not necessarily lacking, but when you get used to playing,
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls or Batman's or like you see the little indication that someone's going to strike from behind, you can actually.
Bye! You launch that guy off the cliff. That's how you get that shit done, guys. Okay.
Look at that! I impaled one. Oh, he disappeared.
Oh man, he went far.
You got that rum over there still?
Yeah.
Drink up.
I love that, man.
Flying knees is badass.
The fact that I hit him with my hammer, hit him with my knee, and then launch him with the hammer is pretty amazing.
I like that he point strikes with the base of his hammer, like comes in and bops him in the face. Oh man, he eats your shielded dudes too. So I will say the thing, like, and I have only seen him now, plus Drizzt's the Dark Elf, like that's all I've seen as far as other characters. They all definitely, there is a reason to play each one. Like, they don't all just play the same for the same sake. Like, they definitely all have their reason to be part of the party.
So, if you guys don't know, this game is also it's a continuance off of one of the books by R.A. Salvatore. It's the Icewind Dale trilogy. In the very beginning, when you start the game, it gives you a quick synopsis of his book, and then it continues on the story from there. One thing that they did very well in the books was make the party very even and very, on a hard fight, you have to have all 4 of them there. Like, they fed off of each other and worked off each other very well. And they did that great in this game. So he
Seriously,
has to be the tank.
he has to be the tank with DPS. I thought it was honestly the dwarf, just because of the amount of swings, but it's got to be
Dwarf is like a
Haven't you
paladin
ever-
buff.
I was going to say, haven't you ever gone through any sort of fantasy stuff? The dwarf is always a little bitch. Every time.
Don't tell me. Love the dwarf. You called it too. You knew I was going to play him.
I did. It's because you always play the dwarf.
I don't know why I know the dwarves.
The dwarf could be like a sober retard and you'd still play him.
But luckily for us, he's not.
So,
All right, so you made that decision without discussing it. So you know,
I don't care.
if you die and the party dies, you go all the way back to the very beginning of the match.
That's okay.
I want to
Now
see how they
fucking
do.
tells us.
I want to see how they do this guy.
So this is your optional to defeat this.
To drop
asshole.
down? Or?
Yeah.
To drop down and beat
Well, then
him.
let's let our ults buff up because I can do that invulnerable thing.
So let's just chill out and drink a bit.
Oh
No,
yeah.
I'm not going to just chill.
Never drink and drive. Always drink responsibly.
Responsibilities.
Always
I have a
drink.
responsibility to drinking, and I won.
Always drink your responsibilities away, guys.
Yes, very much.
Jeez.
This guy. Run, please.
Where's all the room done?
That's
Did you already
here.
jump down there?
No, I went back.
Oh, fuck.
This other area.
So-
Because I'm not just gonna stand there and do nothing.
Just so you know, like, the exploration in this, it is beneficial. There are extra, loot boxes, things like that. But it also all circles back on itself, which is kind of nice because then you get the freedom to choose which direction to take to get to the top of the hill.
You'll be surprised how hard the elemental damage on this hits.
I don't know, I'm kind of wondering if this battle that they're coming up on is not nearly as difficult as when we did it.
No, I'm not talking
Because-
about the battle. I'm just talking about like if he doesn't have warmth and he walks on.
Oh,
the
yeah,
ice.
no, that'll kill you instantly. I found that out the hard way.
And the poison effects on here, like
The poison sucks. The lightning one's actually kind of weak,
You ready?
unless it's coming from the enemy.
Lightning's always been weak though.
You
Yeah.
run in, kick some ass.
Like in D&D or
Just in general, in
Oh,
every
okay.
game. Like Diablo and stuff, it's something like
yeah,
that.
Diablo. it
2
is
to
pretty-
72% randomness or whatever.
mind you, when I
Mob
did
from
this
the
with Canterbury, I stood right there where he's at and just fucking pelted him with arrows and killed him.
Watch out,
Really?
run and jump.
Leroy Jenkins.
How can you tell when they're about to hit you?
You can't. That's what I'm saying is just their wind up before their swing. So unlike, Batman, Shadow of Mordor, any of those where it kind of gives you that flash or whatever, and you just hit the button. This one you actually have to kind of
You have to watch the timing of it.
watch your enemies and the whole nine.
I like that though. I hate when they're just like,
All right, you're gonna press X now.
He goes,
Go. You're gonna come in behind where he's at, pretty much.
Yeah.
yeah, I really hate when they super telegraph it, so I like that they're not actually just forcing you to do it. Assuming all I'm ever going to do is Warhammer.
Yeah, so it does play typecast your character, right? The only thing the dwarf ever gets is axes, shields. The only thing that you get,
I
does
get-
Dritz
I
get
get
just the
scimitars.
blades, the
Yeah, I
scimitars?
get scimitars.
Yeah. And then the archer will only get bows, but
It's kind of nice you only get what you can use,
right. But there's also, and each one does feel unique. Like one could have a frost buff, one could have a lightning buff, whatever it might be. They do feel distinctly different. And even in how much stamina it kind of takes to wield it sometimes, too. Because one could give you the reduce. Like, watching it from this one, and he's, oh, I got this thing! Like an excited kid.
I got mine. You get yours?
I would, honestly, guys, this area took us way longer to
You
get
just
to
gotta
that
get better
thing.
at video games, guys.
Come on, eat a dick.
That's probably what it is.
No, it's really not what it is.
I don't know,
It's the
man.
fact that I can YOLO characters across the fucking screen.
It's the fact that this dude is the fucking DPS for your party. See those little hits you're doing? That's why it takes so damn long. He walks in and pokes it. Boop! Dead. Boop! Half the health gone in one poke with the back end of that warhammer.
He also has an epic thing, right? Or do you have to equip him?
You have to equip him. Oh, that's the other thing.
I haven't equipped any of it yet.
So- But with this whole setup, you'll grab.
Oh! I thought you said he could make all the jumps.
He
you
can
fucking
not
liar.
jump into somebody else.
Thanks for coming in my ass, though.
You collect loot as you go through,
Yeah, not far side is part of the puzzle.
but you can't equip it. You can't touch any of it until you get done with the level and you go back to base.
And that goes for if you die or leave or just want to restart. Nothing of what you found in that first bit is kept. Everything is gone. You start at zero. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Say, what are you talking about again?
So
Your loot that you've been collecting as you're going through this, you
Mhm.
can't equip it. You can't do anything with it until you make it through the whole mission or the whole act and make it back to your base camp. And there you'll go through and collect it all, and then you can start equipping it all. So this is the other thing that both of us kind of like that it does. So it gives you your summary of the whole mission. So you can actually see who's pulling their weight and who isn't.
Elite monsters defeated.
Top champion.
That's because he got knocked into the ice.
But what it shows you is like who did the most damage, who collected the most things, who did this, who did that.
I didn't realize I was ahead of you on this as well.
Yeah, you're ahead on everything. I've tried to tell you this. Ahead on everything.
Got more gold, though.
And so the other thing, so it shows you all the crystals you got.
Shows you the loot you got.
The nice thing is so like to upgrade your character, it's gold. Like the biggest thing is gold. To upgrade or level up is gold. Your crystals that you get is you have those and gold to upgrade your equipment. Alright, so they just played the first level together. They ran through it. Kind of got a good idea of what the game's like.
Played it better.
What you were just seeing is just little clips of us talking about the game that we've experienced as they were going through it. So now, initial opinions. What do you guys think?
Yeah, first time players. What do you think?
Thought it was a lot of fun. Had a fun just running, collect the stuff, and kill the enemies. The controls are simple. Like there's only like 2 or 3 buttons to attack, but then I can still have different combos within it. So it's simple yet complex at the same time, which I really enjoy. I like the upgrading process and stuff like that. The only part that I don't know if I'm just coming in to play a D&D game, the fact that I literally only have 4 options. I have to play a scimitar, right? I have to play a scimitar, an axe, or a hammer, or a bow. But if I want a crossbow, can't have one. What if I want a longsword? Can't have one. That would be the one downside of it. But if this is like true D&D, someone else already has a party going, they typically always have the same weapons anyway.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Like if you're creating a character, you almost always just stick with the same weapons all the way through.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You never dump your weapons and like, I want to reset my whole character midway through a thing.
And I think the sole reason that is behind there is because all 4 of these characters are well established in a book series already.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only reason I'm like, I get what you're saying, I agree
Right.
with it, but I get why they like. You get battle
Honestly,
hammers.
I kind of like that it's not, because sometimes I feel like when you create, it's got a gazillion guns, right? In Borderlands, you're like, oh, there's so many guns. Realistically, I just want like a really good one. I don't really care. And so the fact that I'm only looking for a hammer, so all I'm ever thinking of is I just want the coolest fucking baddest ass hammer.
Like this sweet lightning hammer.
Right,
that
a
I've
lightning
got.
hammer. I just want the lightning hammer. And then I
Well,
want
in
to upgrade the
Borderlands
lightning
3,
hammer.
you get a gun that shoots guns.
I get that. But what I'm
That's the
saying
stupidest fucking
is
thing I've ever
I don't have decision fatigue of how I want to spec my character. I just know what I'm gonna have, and I like the simplicity of that.
Yeah.
So,
All
What about
has its own options and its own stops.
I think it's slumbering.
I think it's a great game. You know, I played on this system instead of the old system, so maybe if I played it on the old system, I wouldn't like it as much.
You still like it. It just takes you longer to get there.
Just kidding. I thought it was a great game. I thought it was fun. And, like, I think everyone that's harping on it and that doesn't like it, they're just not going in and being, like, accepting a game for what it is and that it has, like, limits.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I'll read you some of the critiques, right? So some of the critiques are that it's the same enemy over and over and over again.
Yeah.
What game isn't? It's like name me one game that has an enemy you never see twice. None. Sorry, not existent. The other one is it's boring. Okay, maybe it's not your type of game. Maybe you don't like the story. Maybe you're not a dungeon roamer. Like that's not your style. You want the fast pace. Sure. What was some of the other ones?
I'm pulling them up right now.
Okay.
I bet some of the people that are complaining about it not being random enough, I'm pretty sure they played, like, the old Marios and they still play them, and they've dumped in, like, 100 hours playing the same fucking map.
It's also not a looter game.
No, and that's what
And I
we've
think
created is the looter shooter system. Is this? It's very fast. All you're doing is looting. This isn't just about looting. It's literally just fun to play. Like the way just watching you two play it, like you play completely different than we've played it.
Because I played it.
And you played, and it was easier in some aspects for you two than it was for us. And it was just
Was it
interesting
ever
to
harder
watch.
for us?
No. I wish I could say it was, but it really was never harder for you guys. Like, we died on that first boss. Mind you, we played it on the little harder difficulty. I still don't think that would have mattered because you brought the powerhouse.
But
The two characters we played, when you played the dwarf and the elf, they don't mesh well. The only thing they meshed on is I can buff him, and he can revive me when I die because he can go invisible. Neither one of us can hold enough DPS on our own to keep it so it was twice as hard, it seemed, watching you two play it.
yeah, definitely having the right people in
So
the
I
right
think,
groups.
like, that's a level in its own, but if these people are just basing it off of the face value, oh, I played this character and I didn't like it, did you try the other characters?
Mhm.
Well, it's like this one that I'm looking at right here. It says, pretty much it goes down, it's clunky, the health bars are made of glass, saying you die really easily. Animations are way too long. And
Maybe don't fucking suck.
Literally, you died, that was it. One death.
time. And that was because
We died a lot.
Cross.
Because we played a shitty pair of teams.
You
Let's
can start
see.
the next level if you want.
This one, buggy mess with combat that's very stiff and unintuitive.
What?
I mean,
It's button mesh. You hit the same 2 combo buttons.
Right, but I think they're playing it off of, like I was saying, Shadow of Mordor, Batman, that combo train, because they come in and block, and then you parry, and then you do this, and you get to throw these combos together. When you're just hitting the same two buttons,
Yeah,
you're mixing your
okay.
high-lows. But no fighting game is any different. You mix a high kick with a low kick to a high kick, or you mix a high punch, low punch, high punch. It's the same idea. You're just
All
taking it to 2 buttons instead of 4.
All right, Ruin, let's do this.
Fuck.
Go ahead, try it. No, let's see it. Fuck it. Are you playing the same level?
no.
Go back to the same level and
go
play it.
just one
do it
higher,
on the
or-
do it on the highest you want. So you're at 13. Try 15.
Try 15.
So yeah, it's about 140 power
Yeah.
level higher than you two.
So what were you, when you two were doing it?
We
what
did.
power level
We
were
were
you?
100.
We
over.
did champion.
So you
it
would've
was
been about right
1850, and we were 1950 as a group. So I think the biggest thing with all the reviews and why there's so much hate on this game is because it's a new game. It's been out for 2 weeks. Everyone's expecting,
That's it. No,
D&D.
that's it right there. Everyone's expecting something.
They're expecting
Slumbering brought it up earlier. He said everyone just has this level of expectation to a new game now.
Or a movie. That's
Or
what
a
I brought up
movie.
too.
That it's got to be the best thing in the world instead of just accepting it at
what it is.
what it is.
Why is there not so much hate on all the indie games that are out there that are low graphics, low complexity, like?
Well, obviously no one plays those.
I think
What indie game? What's an indie game?
I think a lot of it comes back to people think that they can only play one game at a time. Like there's people that'll only play Destiny for all this time, or only whatever.
Play ESO.
Like,
they only play
I can
WoW,
play
they
this
only
for an
play-
hour and then go play something else for an hour. Like it doesn't matter. Like you can play multiple games at a time.
I will say though, because I've been running into this.
You say something about your new box switching games again. I'm like,
He's
hey, you have
going
this
to.
fucking controller.
Here it is.
I'm gonna do
so
it.
because of my new
Ready
box,
for
I can
this?
switch games.
No, if no one's on to play, I'll play Assassin's Creed,
It's gonna get.
and I'll get the controls backwards. So instead of going to evade on this, I'll do an elemental attack.
Valhalla while playing this.
That's kind of funny.
So the thing I like, one, I don't know about you guys. Did you ever play the Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance?
Nope. I never played any of it.
Okay, so the Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance was Diablo just on PlayStation 2 and Xbox One. It's one of my favorite games of all time. They just remastered it. You can play it. The fact that this doesn't play exactly like that, but still makes me feel like I'm playing something similar, makes me happy. I came in with expectation of just having fun with the game, and guess what? It met that expectation.
Yeah, I mean, it's not
I-
going to be the greatest thing.
I'm not
in the
gonna lie.
world,
If
but-
this game came out when I was little, I'd be like, "This game is the best fucking shit in the world."
Honestly, I've been feeling that way about this game. Like, I feel like I'm a little kid again getting that first game, and it's like, oh, that's all I want to play. I haven't had that on a game in a long time, to be honest with you. Even when I play a game, a lot of the time it feels more like a chore that I'm having to play it to keep up with everyone, as opposed to just enjoying the process of playing it.
Yeah, it's like I was telling you, freaking I was like, I want to go out and have a cigarette, but I don't want to stop playing the game. Luckily, I found out I could sit on my patio, still see my TV, and
Such a fuck.
We're gonna see if this works. What are you doing? Hang on. It works! Opened his blinds so he can smoke and play.
This fucking guy.
it was fucking glorious. But, you know, like, I was like, I gotta go to the restroom. Like, I was going and hurrying because I wanted to get back and play.
Well, and back to Sargis' point on it's simple, right? It's not complex. The complexness is building your party, right? As we've seen now clearly, and who you choose to play, which gives you a reason. Hey, who are you going to play today? Oh, I'm going to play this person. Oh, I'll play this person because it better helps the team.
Yeah.
That's something I never even thought of until watching you two play this. But it's simple, and you can choose what act you want to play. And like you said, I can switch back to a different game. I can play around and leave. I don't feel like I have to play. I don't feel like I need to catch up. I don't feel like I need to get ready for the raid or anything like that, like Destiny brings when it comes to these online games nowadays, where if you stop playing for a week, you're done. You need a Sherpa to guide your ass through whatever it was that you missed, and hopefully they're nice enough to actually bring you along with you and not get mad at you and leave you in the fucking party by yourself at the hardest point, which has happened multiple times. Oh, you guys are resting now. You're a little worried? Huh?
If it didn't suck so bad, it wouldn't be a problem.
Alright. So we'll keep playing.
Um,
Sounds like all of us really enjoy the game. Check it out. Leave comments down below what you think. If you think we missed something, let us know.
Let us know what you think, but it's free. It doesn't hurt you to try it. And then if you do like it through Game Pass, only because I heard a developer say this, go back and actually buy it because they can't make a sequel or any DLC or any kind of expansion to it unless something was actually spent on it. I don't know what their contract is with Xbox, put it on Game Pass, but look into it. At least try it. It's a fucking demo. It's not going to hurt you except for some memory and then unloading it if you don't like it.
Yeah.
So.
Teach their own.
Alright, catch you next time for some more Outlawed Anger.
Peace.
Bye, bitches.
Bye, bitches! Bye, bitches!